Coming to you live on location, this is the Between the Benches podcast, where we will discuss anything and everything hockey related. Let's drop the puck and get the action underway.
It's so funny watching you in backstage. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Between the Benches podcast. As always, it is your host, Dak. We have a very special episode on deck for you tonight, but just a couple housekeeping things. We are brought to you by the Old City Sports Network. Make sure to check out oldcitysports.com for all your favorite articles, blogs, hockey, anything hockey related. You'll find it there at Old City Sports Network. So we're happy to have you in, as always. I am joined by my two esteemed, it's very important for this episode, Canadian colleagues in Graham Fa and Big Canada Daddy Brock Finch. Fellas, how are we doing?
Terrific. We are weeks away.
Not even. It's like 10 days, I think.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah. Or is it 7 days now? Anyway,
Probably
yeah, but
middle.
a little bit of both. Yeah, for sure. Nice.
We only
Brock?
care about one game.
Only one.
Graham and I did coordinate to wear the jerseys at the same time, except one of us is the same size as they were in college. So I was unable to sport my jersey. That's good. I had no idea I was doing this. That's hilarious. But no, mine definitely does not fit, which is why when Graham tells me his weight, I squint every goddamn time because I don't believe him. Anyways, we're getting off track here. We're getting off track early. No, happy to be here. Very, very, very excited for the Olympics. I think it's long overdue that we have best on best, and even though the rink itself is probably going to look abysmal, but that's beside the point. We're going to have hockey and no
right.
Which
no
should we get that out of the way early? Like, it does feel weird having best on best without Russia. I get the geopolitical standpoint right now of the world, and it's a necessary, I don't want to say evil because it's not an evil, but it's a necessary doing point, if that makes sense. Like, it has to be done. I get it, but it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
When you look at the history of hockey, Russia is everywhere. Yeah. Like, it sucks for sure.
No, it's definitely a blemish to say the least. Yeah. So, well, it's a good little preview. We are bringing you the special Olympic episode. It's all going to be Olympics. We'll get back to our regular segmented stuff next week. We'll talk a little bit NHL, everything in between. But just to give you a little bit of an Olympic preview here, we are just to run down through. There are going to be 12 total countries involved. Group A, they're broken into 3 groups. We have Canada, Switzerland, Czechia, and France, all making up Group A. Group B is Finland, Sweden, Slovakia, and the host Italy. And then Group C, we have the United States, Germany, Latvia, Denmark. There are 4 teams total that are made up of pure NHLers. We're going to talk about just a handful of them tonight, not a bunch of them. Just a handful. If you want a full preview of every single team, you can go read about it somewhere. Not every team is worth talking about. So, guys, as far as the tournament structure,
Don't say it like that.
As far as the
team is worth talking about. We just don't have time to dig into the nitty gritty of certain teams.
Well, some teams don't even have NHL guys. Like Team Italy, I can't even name. I don't even know.
That would be the only
roster.
one that I'll allow you to be a little. Yeah.
France even? I think France has one NHLer.
Edward Belmar. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
How
I was going to say.
you.
So, as far as the tournament structure, nothing crazy. Everybody's going to play round robin. Everybody's going to get seeded after their 3 preliminary games. And then we're going to go to a single elimination bracket. So, like, your formats are everybody will be rated like 5 versus 12. The top 4 finishers will receive a first round bye. Tournament officially begins on February 11th. And like Brock had mentioned before, it's the first time in 8 years that NHL players are going to be representing their country. So we're going to get that full best on best. Really good to see for hockey. As far as rules, anybody want to point anything out here other than ice size?
Oh, sure do. Well, I will start with ice size because size always matters, Dalton.
Right. 100%.
So in the past, the Olympic size ice was always bigger. This year, they wanted to go with the NHL size. However, with the construction, it is 3 feet shorter. Also, with the NHL size, they include the trapezoid for the goalies, where in previous Olympics, goalies were allowed more freedom without the trapezoid to play the puck. Bigger rules, no fighting. 15-minute intermissions as opposed to 20 minutes in the NHL. In the NHL, you can shoot up to 20 players, while the Olympic rosters can consist of 22 skaters and 3 goalies. Face-offs, which is interesting for here, is in the Olympics, the attacking team must put their stick down first, and I believe it's the opposite in the NHL.
think so.
Shootouts will consist of 5 players as opposed to 3. And the only game that a tie would go into a continuous OT is in the gold medal game. Every medal game consists of 10 minutes of 3-on-3 before a 5-man shootout.
So it wouldn't be continuous OT then. It would just be that 10 minutes. Okay. The word continuous
for every other medal game, gold medal game, continuous.
Well, no, he's saying continuous in the fact that it's 5-on-5.
Yes.
That's what he means. That's what he means by continuous.
Gold medal game, 5-on-5, continuous.
Okay.
Next goal wins.
Yeah. Every other overtime
medal game
yeah.
is 10 minutes of 3-on-3 before a shootout, and round robin overtime is 5 minutes of 3-on-3 before a shootout.
So they want this just to get over with in the 3-on-3, basically. That's kind of the biggest change, it seems like.
Yeah, they're really taking to the 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, very true. Very true. Well, that's a good little roundup there. I think that about covers all the difference in rules that you'll see from the normal NHL game. We'll go into some of these teams real quick. We're going to start with Team Finland.
Okay.
They are consistent. One of the top teams. Obviously, you see them in the Four Nations face-off. Let me bring up their jerseys for you, too, while we're sitting here talking about them. So these are
might as well be the Dallas Stars.
You think?
I mean,
mean,
I think they got half the team.
They've got
Yeah.
like at least a third. Like at
That's-
least
it's
a
the
third.
Finland Stars, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Team Finland. So we have Sebastian Aho, Joel Amaria. We should definitely have somebody else doing this because I'm going to butcher half these names. Michael
No.
Granlund, Eric Halla, Rope Hintz, Capo Caco, Olivier Kapanen, sorry. Joel, this one I'm going to tell this. Kiriranta. Yeah, there we go. Arturi Lehkonen, Anton Lundell, Eetu Listerinen, Mikko Rantanen, Teuvo Teravainen, and Eli Tolvanen for the Seattle Kraken up there. And then for defensemen, you have Miro Heiskanen. You're going to tell me with this one.
Henry Yokiharu.
There you go. Mikko Lehtinen, Elsa Lindell, Olimata, Nicholas something, Nico Mikola, and then Rasmus Ristolainen. UPL is in net, and then Kevin Lankin and UC Saros. So as far as Team Finland is concerned, they are the defending champions. They went 6-0 last time these Olympics were held. How do you see Team Finland shaking out? Any expectations from you guys?
I'll let Brock start.
He's going to cough.
That is correct. I had to mute. I can go now. So the obvious blemish here that they're missing is Barkov. So they're not nearly at 100% without clearly their best player. Well, is Barkov better than Ranson? You could debate that. I think that Finland always plays better than the sum of their parts. It seems to be that way at the World Juniors. It seems to be that way at the World Championships. So I see no difference at the Olympics. I'm excited to see how many minutes Heiskanen plays, because that to me is the only real weakness for Finland, is that they get super thin to the bottom of their D pairings. Like that that bottom six is not ideal when it comes to, the caliber of player they're going to be going against. So I'll be curious to see how they manipulate their top pairing minutes as opposed to their bottom pairing. Aside from that, though, their top nine, their skater, their forwards are as good as any in this tournament, in my opinion. Especially from like a two-way standpoint, like Sebastian Aho jumps off the page, Lehkonen jumps off the page. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. I wonder about the mobility of the defense. Obviously, Heiskanen is a great defenseman. Everyone else is kind of in a minute munching role for even strength, not really special teams, like accelerants. So I'm curious if they really rely on their forwards for the power play. But no, Finland, again, they're all solid players, and when they're at their best, they're going to be able to compete with any other country. Plus, you got Saros in net, who's capable of.
Is it? I was just about to ask, is this Saros net? Because UPL and Buffalo have been hot this season. Kevin Lankinen has seen some extended time. Obviously, Vancouver is not playing well at all. But I was going to ask you, is this UC Saros net, or is this? Because I could see UPL holding this net for a minute at least.
You go off of any kind of track record. I think everything kind of tilts to Saros. I tilt to Saros.
The way I would imagine it going, you give Saros 2 of 3 in the round robin. You give UPL 1, and I guess ride with whichever one you feel like is hotter. I mean, it's such a small format, right? Like it's a giant race. So I think you just got to go with who you feel in your gut is going to give you your best chance to win. And like we've been said, Graham said, I think Saros, ultimately, given his track record, gives them the best chance to win.
You probably give UPL Slovakia, but you want Saros for Sweden and Italy.
Big time.
Yeah,
definitely,
so you're going to get 4
definitely
games.
Italy. Like, you gotta watch out for Italy.
You gotta get the confidence up.
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of if I remember right, they were the kind of the push around team during the 4 Nations, if I'm not mistaken. They were the team.
I would not use that phrasing.
I don't think there was a push around.
They were on the verge of beating Canada, which would have removed Canada.
Oh, that's true.
From the whole medal situation, the silver gold. Sorry.
The exhibition championship game, I think, is what you're what you're referring to.
Did you win?
We'll definitely see with Finland. They're definitely gonna like you guys have mentioned already. You know, the defense is definitely gonna be. They're gonna have to score on the power play, I think, too. They're gonna have to make sure that their special teams are aligned and ready to go, because I just think they a little bit overall for some of the skill gap between obviously U.S., Canada, and Finland, I think is a little different. So next team we'll just briefly mention, we have Team Czechia. I won't go through the whole roster as far as who stands out or who you're looking forward to from watching on Team Czechia. Anybody have a?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Czechia is my sleeper team, mostly because I think, given the nature of the length of it's a race, it's not a marathon.
This is their thread, by the way. The threads.
I think that Lucas Dostal, if he gets hot, they could absolutely win a medal. If Dostal says, "I'm not letting you score," or
Vermelka.
I think this is Dostal's net. He's
but
hot.
you talked about Vermelka. Vermelka's been hot. What do you mean?
Sure.
We talked about him in Fantasy Corner.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying Dostal is putting up better numbers. That's all I'm saying. Okay. In a much shittier defensive environment too.
That's fair.
So that would be my only big thing with Czechia. That's not to say like they still have Pasta. They got the odd, really really good top end piece. Natchez, yep, I knew I was forgetting some other big one.
Hurdle.
Hurdle's up there too for sure. But
Andre Palat.
Is Slavkovsky not on the roster?
Zaka.
He should be.
He's not on our outline.
He's not on our outline, but he absolutely should be.
I didn't see him on the. That's straight from the website.
Interesting.
So,
I mean, I think that's a mistake if that's the case. But
anybody wants to.
The similar argument I have to Finland's defense, I apply to Czechia's forwards as well. It just gets kind of thin lower down the lineup, so I think that they would have to do a lot of heavy. They have to be better than the sum of their parts. You know what I mean? Like a very classic tale as old as time kind of thing, where you band together, do it as a committee. I don't know. I think that for me, that's the only way this team finds success outside of my Dostal contingent, because I do think he has the capability to absolutely steal this tournament. Maybe not steal the tournament, but steal a medal. He could absolutely steal a medal.
Yeah, he could get hot. Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. Graham, have you found if Slavkovsky's on the roster?
I believe he's on a roster, but he is not from the Czech. He is Slovakian.
Oh, there we go. We got the countries mixed up.
That's all that is.
Honest mistake. We're from North America. We're silly when it comes to Europe. We're not experts. We apologize.
Forgive us.
Well, there it is.
Yes.
Well, that was Team Czechia, dark horse. You heard it here first on Between the Benches. Dark horse for a medal, according to our resident Big Canada. We'll talk real quick. We're going to jump into Team Germany real fast, just to run through. Obviously, some of just the big names here: Leon Draisaitl, JJ Peterka. Anybody else? Maybe Nico Sturm, Stützle,
Mo Seider.
Mo Seider. And then Philip Grubauer is kind of their lone goalie. They did win a silver medal in 2018 Olympics, and then also another silver medal at the 2023 World Championships. Can this team be a spoiler? I guess is my question to pose to you guys. Here's the threads, by the way.
They definitely have the top-end talent to be. When it comes to the depth, I question it in almost every position. But I mean, when you have some of the best players in the world on this team, they can certainly carry the team for however long they need to.
It's just the nature of the format, right? Like any team, if you catch, lightning in a bottle, everything links up. It can happen, especially when you've got like Draisaitl, Stützle anchoring your top two lines. Like that to me is just, you could do a lot worse when it comes to your top two centers, like a lot worse.
If your goalie is your best player, you can go very far in this tournament.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, those fucking jerseys are sick. I really like those colors. The yellow looks.
Oh, you like the black and the black and yellow?
Yeah, the yellow looks sick.
Yeah, I took it away, so I'm sorry, but you got to see it earlier.
That's okay.
Yeah, by the way, if you're listening to this podcast, you can always check us out on YouTube. Make sure to hit subscribe, and you can see everybody's lovely faces and all the graphics we're running through.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move on, any last words on Team Germany?
I'm curious to see.
It's got to be Grubauer. Like Grubauer's got to be the world beater.
If Grubauer can, be above average, maybe they could maybe make some noise. But yeah,
another team.
The depth. Just not there. Like
another team that's got to go wild on the power play. By the way, I don't know if you saw Leon Draisaitl when he mentioned like being able to maybe line up against Connor McDavid. He said that McDavid. He said McDavid should be scared. That's what he said. It was he had like an interview. Yeah, it was at his locker. I
love it.
Yeah, it was really funny. But then he obviously was like, no, it would be obviously a surreal moment. But yeah, he had a little fun with it. So shout out to Draisaitl. All right, last team here. Sorry, that was Germany. We'll jump into Team Sweden.
No.
You talk about dark horses, Brock. I think this might be.
They are not a dark horse. They are a front runner. They are a front runner.
A front runner. Gotcha. Well, I won't run through the whole roster, but as far as Graham, like maybe somebody stands out or somebody you're looking forward to watching on this team, what you got?
I mean, there's just a lot of talent in almost every position here. I'll start with the forwards. You got Jesper Bratt, Leo Carlsson, depending on his injury, Philip Forsberg, Adrian Kempe, William Nylander, Elias Pettersson, Lucas Raymond, Zibanejad. They have a lot of really good forwards. And then you look at their defense, you got Rasmus Andersson, Dahlin, Victor Hedman, Eric Carlson.
Is he going to be back? Is he going to play?
There's a lot of question marks here. There's a lot of – it's going to be a long event.
Yeah.
Well, even they're not getting like the true Victor
early. I think this team is good enough to get into the medal rounds, which would buy time to get them healthy.
Yeah, and everybody makes the medal round, by the way. Everybody's going to play 3 games, and you get seeded 1 to 12.
Yes.
So
yeah, sure, but like it's Sweden by far has the biggest injury concerns going into like William Karlsson jumps to mind as well. They just have a lot of question marks on who's going to be available to them. So that I guess might be your logic for maybe why they're not a front runner. I still think they are personally because like they have a top end player at each position, no matter who's out. Like they have multiple top end players. I'm mostly excited when it comes to Sweden, how they deploy their lines. Like I obviously have my own opinions. I'm sure you guys do as well on who could fit with who and for what reasons. So I'm curious to see what they land on from a chemistry standpoint. That's what I'm mostly excited about with Sweden. And I personally think when completely healthy, they have the best decor in the tournament, and that's obviously me just not wanting to give USA the crown because
I would give it to USA.
No, fuck them. I say fuck them.
Wow. Especially right now.
No, I do think that their defenses. I think that like you said that they could play spoiler. No, I think this team's being criminally underrated. I think they absolutely are contenders to win this tournament without question.
What? Well, I think, and you brought that up, they did win 2 gold medals, 94 and 2006. They have 3 silvers, 4 bronze, and 23 appearances. My big thing is, like, again, it always comes back to that position, but like netminder, you're going to put, Gustafsson back there. I'm surprised Markstrom's even on this list the way he's been playing this year. Oh my God. And then you have the quote unquote rookie. I mean, I don't think Wallstead has played. He's obviously never played in the Olympics, but I don't know if he's played in World Juniors and stuff like that. Probably, I would assume, for Team Sweden. But he'd still be kind of a pup when it comes to this kind of, I don't know, this kind of environment. So, do you guys see Gustafsson as your main goalie here? Because, like you said, it's hard to poke holes anywhere else. I feel like this is the only hole that you could find if you had to really go looking for one.
I think, regardless, they have 3 good options.
Wow.
I think when you look at the best these guys can offer, either one of the three can be that guy for you.
Maybe.
I view Markstrom as, their Jordan Binnington. I think that he's had success. No, seriously, he's had success in the past. He doesn't have a cup, but he's, I guess streaky might be being polite, but that's the way I would describe him. And Wallsted's your young guy. I think they took him to, give him the experience. He's clearly the future. And Gustafsson,
clearly,
I guess, would be your quote unquote clear starter for me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I guess if I were choosing, I go 2 games to Gustafsson, 1 game to Markstrom, and I don't think Wallstead sees the ice unless one of those 2 gets hurt. That's just how I would look at it, especially from like an experience standpoint, like you said. Like Wallstead's clearly the pup. So I don't know.
I also think it's worth noting that Wallstead and Gustafsson work well together.
yes, that is very true.
Sure.
The familiarity.
Minnesota's fingerprints are all over this fucking tournament. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, Minnesota's really good. I don't know if you knew this or not, but they're a good team.
I did know that. I think they're a great team.
I'm glad. Oh man! All right. Well, we will look forward to seeing Team Sweden sporting the sweet yellow jerseys. You like Germany's, Brock? I'm a big fan of Sweden's jerseys. I think those are pretty sick. Yellow is sometimes obnoxious, but they just got the perfect, the perfect kind of layout. And then speaking of obnoxious, we will go on to our next team here.
The United States.
Yes. Hell yes. Team Canada. So obviously the favorites. We could literally go. We'll obviously go through the roster a little bit here, but just to give you a little bit of background, they haven't won a gold medal since 2014 in the Olympic hockey.
What's significant about that year?
They have 9 gold medals in history. They've won 3 of the last 6 Olympics. They do have 23 total medals as well. But just to kind of look up and down this roster again, this is one of 4 teams that has all NHLers on the roster. My biggest thing is where's Macklin Celebrini going to play? I think that's what I'm excited to see. Like, I want to see him play with. But don't you want to see him like partnered up with certain people?
Of course I do. But honestly, I'm just excited to see this team on the ice. Like, this team on paper, the forwards especially, is just otherworldly. You could have, if you so choose, McDavid or McKinnon on the ice for 40 to 45 minutes of the game, period, end of sentence. That no other team in the tournament has that kind of advantage when it comes to a top 2 centers. No other team has that level of advantage. It's asinine.
I'll add that Makar can play the extra minutes as well.
Yeah, right.
Sure. My only qualm, I guess, would be with this team is I don't know if I agree with them rocking the same decor from the 4.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's my only I love Drew Doughty. He's another year older. He's a warrior, man.
When you think of Canada Olympic hockey, Drew Doughty is a staple.
Yes, that's very true.
I don't see him playing unless there's an injury. I just don't. And to me, that slot might have been better served, like we said about Wallstead being the young guy in Sweden for goaltending. I would have rather bring a young guy. Maybe not a Matthew Schaefer, but
I was going to say, give me a name.
Maybe not a Matthew Schaefer, but that kind of player.
Fits the mold, yeah.
That would have been sick, though.
That's what I would have done if I were Team Canada in this situation. Now, I am not employed by Team Canada for obvious reasons, but that would have been.
You can do it.
I'll take
his jersey.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, that's why he's got to wear a suit and tie. That's why he's going to be in the front office. That's why he can't wear a jersey. Duh.
He will be between the bench.
There it is.
That's right.
Well said. Graham, tell me about this team.
You obviously know the black hole with this team, and that is
don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me.
Let's end there. Yeah, let's end there.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Nick Suzuki, I'll say.
Sure.
I think he's really establishing his 2-way game in the NHL. I'm excited for a lot of these guys to have their opportunity to shine, Celebrini being one of them. But, when you just look at the firepower on every potential line,
it doesn't.
Their JV team, it doesn't matter. There's
their B team would be
so much quality of talent that is produced, and when the puck drops, it's going to be hard to beat.
Who do you think replaces Braden Point on this roster?
Mark Scheifele.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot,
That-
actually.
That to me makes the most sense.
does make a lot of
I would have
sense.
had him over Horvat personally, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I
same
guess
position.
I
Yeah.
guess Horvat plays maybe better two-way than Scheifele does, but if you just slot Scheifele into the top 6, same-handedness,
I don't even know if he's gonna be top 6, but yeah, no, that definitely fits the mold.
I mean, doesn't matter. Like
Right,
this is
I mean-
like their forwards are just obnoxious. Like
It
when you
is.
go start laying out lines, it's like, well, I could do this, but I could do that, and we're
You
talking
could put.
about
Oh man,
we're talking about
God.
minuscule improvements here,
Yeah.
line to line, when you're swapping guys in and out. Like
The only thing I could see in this roster is just being starstruck by who your teammates are
right.
and
Right.
being unselfish and unhealthy. Like you
Right.
trust your teammates.
Someone's
too
gotta
much when
shoot.
You don't
Yeah.
take the shot.
Someone's
You
gotta
make
shoot.
the extra pass,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you might get in trouble. But I mean,
It's
if,
hard,
if
yeah.
that's your biggest problem as a
That
forward,
sounds like a pretty
you're
good
doing
fucking
just all right.
problem. Sounds like a
Yeah.
pretty good fucking problem.
I mean, you can, like you said, the flexibility. Like you could literally have a bangers line of Tom Wilson, Sorelli, and Sam Reinhart all playing. Like that would be
sounds terrifying.
that'd be silly. Yeah,
That,
like
that,
you
they,
get your-
they could still score on you. They absolutely could still score on you.
yeah. No, absolutely. And I mean, to your point too. What was the other name that I was looking at? Oh, Thomas Harley. I'm excited to see him with Team
Yes,
Canada. He's
yes.
been playing very well the last year and a half.
Well, he's had a bit of a rough season so far with injuries, and he hasn't really
Yeah.
hit his stride like he did after the Four Nations last. Like it jump started him last year. That was his coming.
Yeah, it did.
party. He became
Yeah.
like ridiculous once he
Well, especially
Put on
Haskin missing time last year too.
Yep.
That really helps. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
But let's do it. Let's talk about this glaring hole, this black hole that we're looking at in between net.
gaping hole.
So this is going to be a ride or die situation, I'm assuming, with the netminder. So scale of 1 to 10, how confident are we this team can outscore every problem they may see in that?
No, I'm so
I'm not even confident they have to outscore.
yeah. Like I'll say it like this: I think that you brought Jordan Pennington because of the legacy portion of this. Let's get that out of the way. He's getting game 1. We can establish that, right? What does he do in game 1 will dictate, I think, how the rest of the tournament progresses. If he lays an egg, let's say, who are they against first? Do we know that? Can we look that up?
Yes, we can.
So-
I'd have to continue to
It's either
talk.
I'll tap
Switzerland,
dance. I'll tap
Czechia,
dance.
or France.
Imagine they play Czechia first and he lays an egg. Do you go to him in the second game? I would argue no. I think that what he did last year at the Four Nations has absolutely earned him a spot on this team, and it has earned him game 1. That's as far as it goes for me, personally. I didn't have him on my roster when I made this list. I wouldn't have brought him. I've been swayed to what I just said. I don't know if I necessarily wholeheartedly believe it, but I understand it, and I think that what he did last year earned him something, regardless of how he's playing right now in St. Louis. A tire fire that is right
Yeah.
now. That's for another day.
By the
I
way,
think
they
he
do
plays
play.
France.
They do play Czechia the first game.
See, there you go.
I do not think he plays game 1. I think he plays against France.
I disagree. I think he gets game 1. You're playing the best team in your division. Figure it out. You beat them. It's his crease. That's just how I think it's
It
going to
could be
go.
that way.
That's just
Is
how I
it-
think it's going to go.
Is Logan Thompson the goalie that got hurt the other night for the Capitals?
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
was
it was
okay.
Well,
no,
they-
it was-
well,
they-
or was it
Logan
Lindgren?
Thompson was out already.
yes, but that was from a puck off the head. You watched
Oh, okay.
Lindgren
Yes.
get dragged off the ice.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, can I argue that this is the one team that does benefit the most from NHLers playing, just because their talent level is so good that it's just insane. Like even the 18, like their junior
Their B
teams are
team.
not the
Their
great.
B team. Yeah, their B
Well,
team.
Their B
My
team
whole
is still
flaw-
all NHLers.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like the philosophy of the question was more like their kid, like their 18 Matthew Schaefer is an 18-year-old kid. Like he wouldn't even want to like he's too good to play on the world. Not he's too good, but like he would be on the Olympic
Yes.
team, but he wouldn't play on the World Junior team because he's like
Yeah.
too good. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is the one team that benefits the most from having NHLers on it. And that's just an embarrassment of riches. Like it's like a good thing that they have this problem, I think.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
but yeah, it'll definitely be exciting. I still think Darcy Kemper could rally and be.
Yeah,
he's
maybe.
he's played
I'm
well
not
with the
locked
Kings.
into a single
Yeah,
goaltender.
yeah, same.
Nah, you're not falling in love. You're falling
Which-
in like with them.
Whichever one is hot, run.
Okay. Right.
Whichever
Oh,
one
nice.
stops the most pucks.
Nice. So, wow. Oh, that's a beautiful segment. That's a beautiful segue to our next team.
Well,
The team
we're gonna run them.
the team that's the hottest of them all. Excuse me.
Oh.
That is Team USA. Read it and weep. There's the threads. Real quick, last thing on Team Canada is Sidney Crosby going to be the captain?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that rhetorical?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
All right. So Team USA. Well, because there's talk about Team USA and who's going to be the captain there. You know what I mean?
Do they
'Cause
have
they're
a
talking
Sidney
about-
Crosby?
No, they have your favorite player though,
Who's my favorite player?
Austin Matthews. That's who like you root your whole heart out for.
That's not my.
I thought it was
favorite
Jack
player.
Hughes.
Nice.
Warmer. Honestly.
All right. Well, Team USA I'll let you guys kind of break down the roster portion of it and everything, but they have not won a gold medal since 1980. So this has been a long time coming as far as the Olympics are concerned. They do have 2 golds, 8 silvers, 1 bronze, 11 total medals in their history. Big storyline, I think, with this team is if they have a problem scoring, I think everybody is just going to come back and talk about how they left Cole Caulfield and they left Jason Robertson at home. Is that kind of where that's kind of like my big storyline going into this for Team USA is if, God forbid, you get off on the wrong foot, that's literally only the thing that everybody's going to be talking about is how, these guys are left at home, in my opinion. So what do you guys, I don't know what else you guys think about this team or.
Can they replace Jack Hughes because of injury? Is one of them eligible to be added to the roster, I guess is my question.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they would be, right?
Of course they are. Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
I wasn't sure if there was a timeline that had to be established.
No, as far as I know, like I think as long as they don't get hurt in tournament, like as long as it's before the tournament, I think anyone can be slotted in. From what I understand, from everything I've heard and read.
And they do pay Latvia the first game, by the way, so it'd be really hard to get off on the wrong foot. But crazier shit has happened.
Well, you heard it here first. Dalton said it no microphone. Blame him when they lose 2-0 to Latvia.
Elvis Merzlikins with the
Elvis Merzlikins with the shutout. Yes.
Yeah.
Jackets legend.
So you guys talked about the decor on this team is incredible.
I kind of want to point. Do we want to go with the negatives first, or we want to just kind of pump them up?
Whatever you
How
want.
do you want to end this, Dalton?
Let's
The
end it on a
US
positive.
segment.
Let's end it on a positive. So I want to point out something that I can't believe they're doing this again, because they had this problem last year at the Four Nations.
Yeah,
Why
I
the
see
hell
it.
are they all left-handed? Why
Yeah.
why is everybody fucking left-handed? They have Tage Thompson, who's right-handed, Vinny Trocheck. I'm missing
One
the
more.
Jack Eichel. There it is. And then on the back end, you've got Faber, who's right-handed, and McAvoy. That's it. You literally have 5 skaters
That's crazy.
that are fucking right-handed. I don't know how that's possible. Like,
It'd be funny if the goalies were left-handed.
I've listened. They are all left-handed. They all catch left, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
They catch left. That's how they define goalies, which hand they catch with.
Gotcha.
So, like, I've never really cared one way or the other when it comes to this, outside of like video game hockey, like handedness and stuff like that. But there are coaches that would have you believe that handedness is like super fucking important. I remember the Babcock years when they traded for Jake Muzzin, which, by the way, was an objectively amazing trade. The first sentence he uttered about it, he's not right-handed. Like there are certain people that fucking the handedness is like they get, for lack of a better term, they I'm not gonna use that. They get really obsessed over like that particular nuance, like the left-handed players play on the left side of the ice, right-handed players on the right side of the ice, blah 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 blah, and it's a big deal. So I can't believe that an entire organization such as USA Hockey would allow for this. Like this is really, I mean, Jason Robertson, he's left-handed. I don't know if you noticed. Jason Robertson's left-handed.
Nice.
That's I'm just gonna say that. And I don't know.
Graham, give me your negative here. What do you got on your negative side?
I mean, that's just kind of it, really.
Okay.
This team's really strong
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It is the best decor in the tournament.
But
that was
this is
always,
like- And goaltending.
yeah,
And goaltending, yeah, 100%.
and goaltending. It does not matter which goalie starts. It does not matter. They have an elite goalie.
The fact that I'm scared about this roster just only excites me more. For the time being.
No,
Nice.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking
Yeah.
great. I'm so ready for this. It's
No,
gonna
it should
so
be.
fun.
I mean, it's right around the corner. It is. It's approaching. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I guess we'll end it this way. If Team USA doesn't win gold and or beat Canada, right? If they beat Canada, it probably feels like a win. But if they don't win gold, do you see big changes coming just because of the decisions that were made upon roster construction and the way that this team was built? And like I said earlier, if they have a problem scoring goals, everybody's going to point back to Mr. Guerin, like, hey, you made these decisions. It's your bad laying it. Like, you get the hell out. We're going with somebody else next time.
No, because you have Boldy, Connor, Eichel, Matthews, Taves Thompson. You have goal scorers.
You can't tell me they were a Cole Caulfield away from a better result. Like that just I'm sorry.
Okay.
When you look at the names
That's
on this
fair.
roster, it's just that's not a good enough excuse. It's not. Like
So it's
I get
all
Cole
hearsay.
Caulfield's right-handed, and that probably would have improved their odds based on, that would have been their sixth righty. But anyways, all handed jokes aside, I think that they are the favorite. If we're being brutally honest, I just
Really?
don't.
Okay.
I don't see a world where they don't have a weakness. They don't. Their handedness is their weakness. We sat here for 5 minutes joking about that's the closest thing we could come up with to a weakness. Like,
hey,
it's
that's not nothing, Brock. That's not nothing.
It's also not a whole lot of something. I'll say that. It's
man.
yeah. That's my 2 cents. Wow, I can't speak for Graham. That's my 2 cents.
There it is. Well, we will, now that we've recapped some teams here, we're going to give you some predictions. So I put a couple of questions together here. Hopefully everybody went ahead and did a little bit of homework.
Yep.
So the first prediction we're going to give you, I'll go first. It's the most goals by a player in this Olympics. I'm going to go Matt Boldy. I don't know why. He's coming off an injury. I feel like he played pretty well in the Four Nations. He was, I think, one of the brighter spots for Team USA. I think he scored 1 or 2 goals in that tournament. And he felt like his presence was made quite frequently during that Four Nations as well. So I think Matt Boldy is a good pick here. That's just me. Graham, who are you going with?
McKinnon. He is not afraid to rip pucks from anywhere on the ice. He has that tenacity. He's going to get in the areas. And, I mean, he's just Nathan McKinnon. That name carries so much weight in every status of hockey.
I picked Cale Makar for the same reason, because the Colorado Avalanche are currently taking a little siesta before the Olympics. They have been struggling as of late. If you haven't been following them closely, they are struggling right now. And I think it's because that, the regular season doesn't matter and they're gearing up for games. And
Gotcha.
So my pick is Cale Makar. I just think that, last year he scored 30 goals as a defenseman. He's no stranger to putting the biscuit in the basket. Why not on the highest stage also put the biscuit in the basket the most often?
I think we should call it like Santa Claus syndrome. Like they're just waiting on Christmas. They're just like, like you just kind of quit doing things. You know what I mean? When you're a kid. Anyway, all right. Next up, Santa Claus syndrome. There we go.
Colorado has the syndrome.
Let's see. We're gonna go most points by a player. Let's see. Graham, you're up first. Who you got?
I got Cale Makar. I think when it comes to just mobility on the back end of Canada, it's Cale Makar. He is going to be on the ice for 25 plus minutes, playing with any one of those forwards.
Yeah.
Get them the puck, get the assist, or get a goal. Help Brock out.
Yeah, and power play too. He's going to probably quarterback the power play, I'd imagine. Brock, who are you taking?
Oh, Connor McDavid. Easy.
Okay.
Best player on the planet. Give me that for the most points. Next. That's literally my logic. Like, give me the best player on the planet to put up the most points. Wow.
We all took a player from the same team. I'm going Sidney Crosby. I think he's going out with a bang. I think he's going to be motivated to play well. And I just think he's surrounded by obviously the most offensive talent in the world. And I just think that he's already played. I mean, he's Sidney Crosby, for God's sakes. I just think that he likes to rise to the occasion. He always finds a way in these big moments to make himself well known. So I'm going Sidney Crosby. Let's see here. Next up, we're going to give you predictions for the bronze medal. So, Brock, who are you picking to take home the bronze medal in these Winter Olympics?
Glad you asked, Dalton. I hinted at it earlier. I think that Dostal is going to steal a medal, and it's going to be the bronze medal for Czechia.
Well, there it is.
That's the long and the short of it. I think that they have a good enough top end. I think they're going to score enough goals to take a couple of wins in the races that are going to be had. Like, each one of these games are a race, and I think Dostal is going to steal them 2 or 3 games. I just think that's what's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to take Sweden. I think Sweden is going to take home the bronze medal. I do like your choice, though. Dark. I think. Well, like you said, they're kind of injury riddled at the moment. But I think the Minnesota goaltending tandem will help them. I don't think Markstrom's going to play. I think Markstrom's going to be the odd man out. Honestly, I think it's going to be Gustafsson's net. I think he's going to play well. I think he's got an opportunity to kind of show his value, if you will, because everybody keeps talking about wanting to trade, one or the other goaltenders in Minnesota right now. But no, I think Sweden will find a way to get healthy. They're top to bottom. They're just as solid as a lot of these top teams, and I'm going to take them to win the bronze medal. So that leaves Graham. Graham, where are you going with this one?
I'm going to go with the USA for the mere fact of this format doesn't always reward the best teams.
It's a good point. It's a fair point.
Again, stated, I think that they are the best team, but I think, they may not be the most consistent team. And if they have one bad game in the wrong spot, it's where they end up.
No, it's definitely luck of the draw a little bit with these formats, to your point.
For sure.
So
100%.
that's very doable. How about the silver medal? I'll go first on this one. I think Canada is going to win the silver medal. I think I think the goaltending is going to show up. I don't know who they're going to trust. I think when they start playing the teams that kind of match their level, I think that's going to be obviously the big bugaboo or like the big difference in the game. You look at where teams can get edges, and I think that's just the biggest edge that you can ever get on Canada is their goaltending. So that's what I think will ultimately have them coming up short. Graham, who do you have for your silver medal team?
I got Sweden.
Okay.
I think they always do really well in international competition. They've continuously been overlooked despite the talent they have, and I think this is going to be no different. They're going to have another good showing, and they'll have a medal to prove it.
There it is. Well said. Brock?
USA will win the silver medal because that's the final I want. Spoiler alert. I have a very particular final that I want that. Like
We all want it.
Just inject that into my veins immediately. Let's jump into the gold. Go ahead.
Yeah. Gold medal. Here you go. What do you got?
I got Team Canada winning gold, even though
Okay.
they're not the favorites. I think USA is the favorite, and they ultimately come up short in the very last game. And again, I'm picking this final because I just want to will it into existence.
Time would stop with a North American final.
Yeah.
It would be
the bad part is
it'd be so good.
the bad part is it's gonna take place at 8:30 in the morning.
Which is just a
Remember?
travesty. It's just a travesty.
Yeah.
It is.
You got all day to celebrate that gold medal.
Okay. We'll have to record that night. That's what we'll have to do. That way everybody
we could
can
try
get a
that.
good
Yeah,
mood.
we could try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So Graham,
Yeah.
are you going Team Canada for your gold medal as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just because I want it.
Okay.
They're a
Gotcha.
great team, and I want it. They're going to do it.
They want it.
It's
They're scripted. Yeah, the NFL's in on it. I'm taking USA. I think they're going to find a way. I think they got to break the streak. It's been, like I said, since 1980, since they won a gold medal at the Olympics. I think it's time. I think I think a lot of asses are on the line, honestly, because like I said, I think the storyline of like how this team was built, and if they don't have success, I think a lot of things are going to be questioned along the way. And I just feel like this might be the most pressure that Team USA has seen in a minute, and I think they have the team to do it. And there it is. Who's going to captain Team USA, by the way?
Chris Kreider.
Chris Kreider? Is that your final guess?
No.
Is it going to be Austin Matthews, or like, do we think it's going to be a Kachuk? Like,
I could see it being a Kachuk.
I could see it going a lot of different directions. Like, I could see it being Eichel.
Connor Hellebuck. I could see it being Hellebuck.
No,
the goalie
it can't be
captain?
goalie. I don't think
That'd
it
be
can
sick.
goalie.
I can see Eichel. Eichel makes sense to me. Like,
McAvoy, I think, gets an A for sure.
ooh, that's interesting. I don't know if I like
Yeah.
that. I don't know if I buy that.
Quinn Hughes, maybe? No.
Quinn wasn't even there last year. We didn't even talk about that. They
Yeah.
have Quinn this year. That's I can't believe we didn't bring that up once.
Yeah.
I'm sure the comments will love that.
Yeah. No, 100%. By the way, you can, if you want to do comment on if you want to let Brock know how much of an idiot he is, you can always
Yep.
comment and follow us on social media,
Take a
Instagram,
number.
TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, everything in between. Take a number, let him know.
Yeah.
Let us know where we went wrong on these as well. Somebody had a really good Winnipeg take that we put on social media the other day. I won't mention too many spoilers, if you will. But
Spoilers, he says.
yes, yeah, really good Winnipeg take from like the beginning of the season, give or take. So
Well, I have an ending to this podcast that I want to throw at you guys that I purposely did not put in the outline. And I want you guys to think about it just for a little bit. What is your favorite Olympic hockey memory?
Oh, that's easy.
It could be something that happened. It could be something happened when you were watching or listening.
So
all right, take it away.
when we watched it in the student center in college.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
That's the easiest answer in the fucking
Was that
world.
the Latvia game?
I don't know. I don't
It
know.
was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the easiest one. Yeah, that's so easy.
That is fair. I was just thinking about that the other day, actually.
Yeah.
100%.
For those that don't know, we all went to college together.
Yeah, in case that wasn't obvious. Yeah.
And we all got together wearing our Canada-U.S. hockey jerseys and just took over the student center watching the game on the big screen.
It was friggin' great. It was friggin'
If you want to learn about our backstories, you can listen to episode 1. By the way, we're on episode. This is 93. We're coming up on 100.
We have 93 episodes.
Yeah, 92 or 93. This is either
God
92
bless
or
our
this is
loyal
93.
listeners.
We have to do something special for episode 100. How about we do Dalton's punishment?
I was
Punishments?
thinking the same thing.
Punishments. Punishments.
Right.
Cut his hair.
No, we can't cut the hair yet.
Shave his beard.
Sorry. Oh man, maybe we can talk about
Trim
that.
those nose hairs.
Yes, I do need to trim the nose hairs. Yes, that is 100% fun. Now we're really getting off.
Yeah.
We're getting off the
We
rails.
gotta get people to tune in. All right. So, are we all sharing the same memory?
Yeah, I honestly I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
So, well, we hope everybody does enjoy the Olympics. Whatever team you're rooting for, it's going to be great. It's good to see the pros back in it again. First time since 2014, since the NHLers are back, and we'll have a nice little extended break, and then we'll get back to obviously the NHL season. But yeah, but we are the Between the Benches podcast. Again, we're brought to you by the Old City Sports Network. Make sure to give us follow, a like, subscribe wherever you find us, wherever you get your podcasts, Instagram, YouTube, everything in between. From myself, Dak, Graham Fa, Big Canada Daddy, Brock Finch, we will see you guys next time. Enjoy the Olympic hockey. And that concludes this week's episode of Between the Benches. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and check us out on YouTube. Also hit the like and subscribe button and look out for the next episode. Until next week, your Harley Riders.
Doc, what a fitting ending! This is incredible!